Frustrated by failures in Congress to repeal and replace Obamacare, President Trump is renewing efforts to abolish it. He signed an executive order today that aims to make lower premium plans more widely available across state lines. White House correspondent Mark Irons reports. Good evening, Mark.
Good evening, Lauren. President Trump says he's been hearing about the disaster of Obamacare for years. And today he predicts millions and millions of people will benefit from his executive action to begin unwinding the Affordable Care Act.
It's not a repeal and replace bill, but with his executive order, the president says consumers will have wider access to health insurance plans featuring lower premiums.
The competition will be staggering. Insurance companies will be fighting to get every single person signed up. And you will be hopefully negotiating, and you'll get such low prices for such great care.
That competition will be driven by allowing employers to team up to offer health insurance across state lines. Republican Senator Rand Paul, who has fought GOP efforts to repeal and replace Obamacare, calls the president bold.
President Trump is doing what I believe is the biggest free market reform of health care in a generation. This reform, if it works and goes as planned, will allow millions of people to get insurance across state lines at an inexpensive price.
On balance, I probably would have recommended against it.
James Capretta, a healthcare expert and a Catholic, says it's too early to predict the effects of the order, but in his view, a legislative solution would be more effective. And in crafting any legislation, it's important to keep in mind people in low-income brackets, according to Catholic social teaching.
The country needs a safety net insurance program that's going to be Medicaid for low-income people. We ought to recognize that, support it, make sure it works. It doesn't have to be exactly how it was done in the Affordable Care Act, but it has to be something. And so there needs to be an agreement about what income level below which we're going to make sure people are totally protected.
Senator Dick Durbin, a Democrat of Illinois, says President Trump is sabotaging America's healthcare system and hurting working families. The president says the healthcare system will get better with his action, but he still wants Congress to repeal and replace Obamacare. Lauren?
Mark, when will today's order go into effect?
Experts say the executive order probably won't have much impact on premiums in 2018, which are expected to be sharply higher in many states for people buying their own policies. Americans will likely start seeing the effects in 2019.
White House correspondent Mark Irons, thank you.